Now, listen, you guys, it's literally going down still on Twitter with Advocate BBL bringing in Miss Red in this entire conversation and basically snitching on Paprika Spice. Meanwhile, Paprika Spice's manager, James, is also coming through responding to her. And at the same time, we're also going to be talking about JT and Hennessy. They are going back and forth. And at this point, I wish Hennessy would just see that, well, the more she's coming for these people, the more these people are dragging her sister. Because at the end of the day, it's her sister who is catching all this heat, okay? Sometimes it's okay to say, okay, let everything just, slow down and, fade away. You don't have to come in trying to prove that you're loyal and stuff every single time because she's making the situation, worse. We're going to talk about that. And we're also going to be talking about JT denying getting on the phone with Advocate BBL, and at the same time Amon Wiggins was here for the mess. Okay, him and his peers were out there dragging the behind out of the transformer earlier on when everything was going on, and these are some of the things that we will be discussing in this video. Hello tea lovers and welcome to the tea blog. I trust you guys are doing well and I trust you are doing great. Personally, I am doing great, you guys. I am doing extremely amazing. And without further ado, let us dive straight into today's tea. So I am back again with another update, all right? I am back with another update. Crazy things are still happening with Advocate BBL seemingly apologizing and copying pleas when it comes to lottery ticket. I guess she realized that she's looking really bad right now. She is now looking like the bitter person that she used to call Nicki Minaj, okay? People can finally see who she is behind the scenes, and all the veils are gone, okay? The veil is literally gone from her face. I mean, you can only pretend for so long. She came in the industry trying to fake this whole female rap unity. Meanwhile, she's been salty about these girls, okay? Meanwhile, she felt like, well, she was on top because she was getting all the support and stuff like that. And as soon as she got to where she thought, well, this is the top, and she realized that, well, these other female rappers had their own identities, I guess it didn't rub her the right way. So this is what she had to say about the leaked audios. If you didn't watch my other video, well, just a little bit of background on what I'm talking about. There are leaked audios of her going in on James Ice Spice's manager, basically saying that she wants to put hands on Paprika Spice and calling lottery ticket a hoo-ha behind, okay? PAB, okay? That's what she was basically calling lottery ticket. And of course, people were calling her out for being fake, given that lottery, gave her a verse for that vision that she put out for her fans. So people were like, okay, what's going on? What is your issue with lottery? Because so far it seems like she has been absolutely loyal to you. So what's going on? Why would you call her that? Because it was also interesting to note that in that audio she also mentioned Nikki, she mentioned Megan, but she didn't call both women, who her the P word. But that being said, this is what she had to say. I hope you guys got the context. That's why I was kind of giving you the background of what was going on. So she went back on her Twitter and she was seemingly just backtracking and apologizing in public and, just promising that she was going to buy a bag for lottery ticket. And I don't know at this point how pathetic this has to be. It has to be pathetic at some point, okay? So she said, I was ranting and hot at the moment. But I F with Latto heavy. I respect everything about her, including her team. That's so sweet. And no, I'm not too prideful to apologize to somebody I really respect. So this is my public apology. And now I'm a privately buy her a bag. I'm literally getting secondhand embarrassment on her behalf. Because this is exactly how she feels. I mean, if you were just heated, why was it so easy for you to call her that? When you didn't call all these other females that. This is exactly what she feels. This is how she feels about lottery ticket. And I don't know what's more embarrassing, the fact that she's now backtracking or the fact that she's talking about I'm going to buy her a bag and stuff like that. Pathetic, really. It is pathetic at this point. And knowing lottery ticket, she probably is not going to do anything because what is she going to do? And knowing how advocate BBL is like, I mean, she's always saying, I've got receipts on every girl, I've got receipts on these girls. Probably Lottery Ticket has said some ridiculous things about other female rappers, and she's probably being held hostage right now by advocate BBL. Hence, she cannot come forward to say anything or, to clap back. But she was so quick to clap back at Nicki Minaj just because Nicki had likened her song, when it pertains to categories of the Grammys. She was so quick to come in here trying to, drag Nicki Minaj. But here, somebody literally called you a hoo-ha behind B. But that being said, also, is she lying? Absolutely not. Lottery Ticket cannot stand on anything. She cannot stand on any business. I mean, she went for months and months and months going at it with Paprika Spice, and then at the end of the day, ended up reaching out to Paprika Spice for a collaboration. And now she's sitting crossing legs at the same time that Paprika Spice. She doesn't have backbone. That's one thing about Lottery Ticket. That one time that she seemingly had backbone was because, of course, the execs were in her ear about Nicki Minaj, and she thought she was about to do something with her career or at least win the Grammy, and it didn't happen. But anyway, that being said, Advocate BBL still went forward and said, but wait, James, because I know you didn't only record the beginning of that conversation. Go ahead, baby. Post the whole 11-minute convo when Ice Spice said she was in her feelings, all because I said Miss Red deserved a BET award and she had just won some iHat award. I wasn't even, thinking about. And then she said, post it all. You came to bang, right? And this is how you see that she's a messy human being. She walks in distraction. Really, she does walk in distraction. She has realized that it's her against all female rappers now. And guess what? She decided to bring Miss Red in this conversation because why is this relevant? Like, why is this relevant? I mean, I know Sexy Red is literally sitting at home like, where do I get in there? How is this my business? Yeah, she's just trying to be messy and trying to make people turn on Ice Spice. She realized that, well, she went against every other female rapper and she looked bad even when it comes to Lottery Ticket. So now she's trying to make it seem like everybody is messy. She walks in distraction. She has the spirit of distraction and dark energy. And this is what we're talking about. This is the dark energy that we're talking about. You could have literally settled your issue with Ice Spice without bringing in anything. The same thing that she did when she tried to say, oh, well, Uzi was saying this about Rock Nation. Like, wow. Just an overall vile, unstable human being. But guess what? Your favorite blogs and your favorite other sisters who look like you guys will still cop pleas for this girl. Literally. And James was like, not on my watch. I'm not going to let you play on my top. He was very quick to respond, to the lies. And this is what he had to say. I did not record or leak that call. You hear me on speaker with your manager, Tabby or Tubi, I don't know, who called me with you on the three-way. And you can literally hear that in the clip. This audio didn't come from me. I respect private conversations and I'm not in the business of leaking anything. And I'm Cardi B. Gagged her. Because actually, when you do pay attention to the audio, it does seem like it was being recorded from her end. So I don't know why she was trying to gaslight people into thinking that it's James who put these things out. Embarrassing. She's just embarrassed. She doesn't know what to say. She doesn't know where to swing. Everybody is coming for her. I don't know what she thought she was doing. She saw Nicki Minaj doing it, like literally hitting one girl at a time, and jabbing at one girl at a time, and she thought it was easy. She didn't understand that it actually requires a lot of stamina. Okay, you cannot be a crybaby and try and stand and be Chun Li. You can't do that. It looks easy when somebody else is doing it, but when you're doing it and you're literally in the hot seat, that's when you begin to feel that, well, this is actually not easy. Well, moving on to the next thing that we're going to be talking about. People now started speculating, and they were saying that, well, it has to be Ken Barbie who leaked that entire conversation. And yeah, it's rather sad, actually. On the other hand, Hennessy is crawling out from whatever hole that she stays in, and she's coming at JT, and JT is not the one to play with, and she will not let up on a B, and she's used to this. She can't do this all day, every single day. And it's interesting how Glorilla is nowhere to be seen in this entire situation. It's also interesting how Bongo 2 is not there, nowhere to be seen also in this entire situation. This is what tells me that behind the scenes, they know that it's really fake female rap unity. And this is the female rap unity that you guys tried to convince people to say that, well, Nikki is not likable because she's not with the girls. All this fakery. This is the nonsense that you guys wanted Nikki to be part of. I'm glad she's not in that conversation. Really. I'm really glad she's not in that conversation. But anyway, Hennessy came through and said this. Let me quickly look for that. She said hating jealous behind B is okay, basically saying that, well, people are hating on her sister. I don't know if they were hating when your sister was out there dissing them on her album. It's only hating when it's reciprocated, but when she's doing it, it has to be justified. And then she also went ahead and said, Gremlin looking B dying for attention. That's why I curved your boyfriend 7 or 8 times, 7 to 8 times. And you know it. Laugh my behind off. And this is the irony. In one breath, you want these female rappers to feel sorry for you because, well, you are married to Offset the cheat. But on the other hand, your sister is out there bragging about being asked out by another person's man. It's the double standards and the hypocrisy for me. She's the same girl that was out there crying, looking for sympathy, saying that, well, these female rappers were laying with my husband. I did, but your sister is turning around and is flexing because someone's man was hitting on her. Make it make sense. They don't even know if they're coming or going at this point. They're just saying anything at this point. Like, this is the thing. You cannot argue with people like this. Nothing about their arguments is coherent. For you to relate to these people, you have to be illiterate. You have to be slow, uneducated. That's the only way you can defend stuff like this. And honestly, from my observation, it's only the evil, like I said, it's the evil-hearted people, it's the dark people with dark energy, lots of insecurities, uneducated, slow, that relate to this type of nonsense. No slow person, no smart person is actually hyping this kind of argument because they cannot stand for anything. In one breath, they're seeking sympathy using men. Oh, you shouldn't have done that to me as a woman. On another breath, in another breath, the Transformer was the one shouting, that's why my friend effed on your ninja. And now you're crying and saying, oh, the female rap girl is laid down with Offset. Oh my God. It's like as soon as you want to feel bad for her, you remember all these antics that she's out there doing. And here calling JT the gremlin is very interesting given how his sister looks, really. Do they have mirrors at home, or are they those people that feel like just because they are not black they're pretty? Is that it? And JT responded to that and said, how would I know that? I don't know Yao ran through behind Etches from Norway, but getting Yao behind whooped. Your sister literally got dogged out for years in front of millions, low self-esteem having behind her. And if I look like a gremlin, the F you think of the face your sister bought. HO, go sit down and go get your sister ready for Friday. Hoo-ha. And that's the thing. If you if you're not intellectual, if you're not smart, you could never understand a Nicki Minaj read. You could never understand a JT read. If all you know is to shout, scream, and you think that's how you win an argument. You can't if you don't argue coherently, of course you're going to relate to the people that do not argue coherently. So Hennessy went ahead also and said something to the effect of let me look for this tweet. Oh, sorry. JT said something like, "Just like a Spanish girl to think a black girl is jealous. B, your sister gives baby fat jacket in the summertime to hide a pregnancy, and Tim Jordan's jealous. Nah." And then she also responded to the hating, jealous, ABs, and said, JT said, your sister has been starting. Since Ken Barbie was breaking down those weak behind bars to players prayer hole, nobody jealous but your sister who promoted Rick in several songs because I put it on my behind. Delusional behind B. And it's insane, okay. And then Hennessy came back and said, damn, you're watching the whole family, because what about this tweet made you feel hit? B's been paying you dust, you effing you weirdo. I bet you do got a diss. That's why you've been picking at my sister for 2 years, been dying for this moment. And this is the thing about these people. They will gaslight you. Literally, they will gaslight you. They will start with you. And then when you respond, all of a sudden, it's, oh, you're so obsessed with me. This is how you see that these people, it's not real, you guys. It cannot be real. The people, like, there's no way a whole group of friends or relatives can be this delusional in unison. It's in unison, you guys. They all hype each other up and they tell each other lies and they believe it. Because they literally poked JT. JT responded back, and all of a sudden they're like, they will speak on you, right? And poke you all day for you to respond. And as soon as you respond, they turn around and say, "Oh wow, you're so obsessed with me." Like, how crazy can this be? And I guess this gaslighting worked in 2018 when people were not paying attention to what exactly is going on. So yeah, we are looking forward to the JT diss. I know she's going to be dog walking that person. I cannot wait to see what is in stock. And JT's friend actually got the scoop. She always has the tea before everybody else. I guess sometimes she just chooses to not post, so she posts in Clue. She doubled down on the fact that they like going on a phone call with someone to crash out, and apparently it looks like JT denied her that access. But anyway, JT didn't stop there. Let me see what else she said. Oh my God. She said, the gremlin in question, date 10/27/25, and posted a picture of Advocate BBL looking like herself. I hope you got what I said, what I mean. Okay, she was looking like herself. I didn't say she was looking ugly, but she was looking like herself. Advocate BBL. So yeah, let's see, you guys, what this is going to become. Let me know in the comment section, you guys, what you think about all of this. Okay, how do you think this is going to end? And before I sign out, let me just see if there are no any developments. There are actually developments. So Hennessy came forward and said, it's your fourth time bringing up the R word. Here you go trying to R bait. What is your obsession with R? You are the same girl who got up here saying you don't like dark skinned women and calling them crispy. Now you are baiting so you can get those same women on your side. I'm starting to think it's something you need to tell us. Is it because you're men messing with the Dominican artist? That don't have nothing to do with me. And this wasn't Hennessy writing this, I can promise you that. I know a Ken Barbie handwriting when I see it. I'm sorry, this is not giving Hennessy. She is too illiterate to even express herself like this. I'm sorry, I don't buy it. I don't. Let me know in the comment section, you guys. Do you believe that Hennessy or her sister came up with that tweet? No. It's giving a Barbie. It's giving Ken Barbie. This is who wrote this. And for them to say, do you see the craziness of the stuff that I talk about? Okay, in one breath she was saying just because Jetavia responded to her she's obsessed, but in she's coming talking about Lil Uzi is messing with who. So who, you're also obsessed with other people's tea, so why are you coming and saying you're obsessed? Like, it's childish, very hypocritical, very much double standards. I mean, how can you keep up with something like this? Cannot stand on business. JT said, HO, shut up and ask your sister why she started this whole thing, calling me a lapdog over a damn feature and congratulating another artist on their top 10. Jealous, entitled, effed out behind HO. JT is lethal with the mouth, and I don't know who had told them that it's safe to play with her because she's used to this. She can't do this all day, every day. She has been doing this really. So let me know in the comment section, you guys, what you think about that. Let me see if there are any more developments, and I will let you know. It looks like every Friday someone is actually going to be dragged, to be getting dragged. This Friday, JT is dropping on October 10th. Bia is dropping. It's going to be a very interesting month for the sisters, okay? Really, it's going to be an interesting month. Padison, this is your time to make some money. Start writing something. Look at JT's tweet and get inspired, okay? Channel, put yourself in Advocate BBL's shoes and begin to write a diss track on her behalf. Until my next one, see you.